What's going on, guys? It's Brandon back here again. If you hear a noise coming from that side, yeah, there's a bit of a noise there. So don't mind that. I'm going to talk a little louder than usual since I am in my basement. Wanted to change the scenery today. So I thought, why not? And also because, to be fair, why not? I kind of just wanted to change the scenery. Kind of looking at just a computer screen on my desk. It does get old after a while, so I don't mind doing a few videos down here. Also, there was no changes on the standings, really, so I didn't really need to update it. So, Game 30. We are officially at the 30-game mark of the season. And it was played at 6:30 p.m. on December 18th on ESPN, so it was nationally televised, Hawks' second national televised game in a week. And it's against the New York Rangers at home, and what's funny enough was the last Hawks win was against the Rangers, and the last Rangers loss was against Chicago. So that means the Hawks coming into this had lost 6 in a row since their win against the Rangers. The Rangers hadn't lost a game since they played the Hawks, and it continued today as they do a thrashing of a 7-1 against Chicago. The Hawks go to 7-19-4. Shots were 30-26 Chicago. I thought they actually had some pretty good chances. Hits were 24-15 Chicago. Faceoffs were 27-18 Chicago. So they led in all categories. Power play, Chicago goes 0 for 1. Rangers go 1 for 1. Shesterkin saves 29 out of 30. Soderblom saves 19 out of 26. And Reese Johnson was in. Tyler Johnson was out. We go to the first, where Tenorti had a good defensive play on Trocheck. Trocheck then had a deflection that was denied. The Hawks were in the reverse retros as well, and there was also a tribute at this time for Taze and Kane, who have just played 1,000 games together, which I believe is they become the 13th or 14th duo to do so. Panarin hits Jack Johnson into Taze on the boards. Then at 6:56, it's a New York Rangers goal. It's a one-timer from Philip Hedl, his 8th of the season, from Lafreniere and Fox. Lafreniere would have a good game, so would Fox. And that makes it 1-0. Radish whiffed and Kane denied as on a power play, as at 6:37 it was a Ranger penalty to Lindgren for delay of game, which would be killed. It would be the Hawks' only power play. 3:05, it's a New York Ranger one-timer goal to Artemi Panarin, the former Blackhawk, 8th of the season from once again Fox and Trocheck to make it 2-0. And then at 56.5 seconds, it's another New York Rangers one-timer goal from Capo Caco, his 8th of the season. So three players with 8 goals on the season now for the Rangers, Hedl and Lafreniere, to make it 3-0. And that was a fantastic shot, unstoppable, fantastic pass from, I think it was Hedl coming down that side. So the kid line making some good moves, and unfortunately they wouldn't be able to stay together the rest of the night. And during the second period, Kurashev throws it in front. It goes off Trouba, and at 18:27, it's a Chicago goal to Philip Kurashev, his 4th of the year, unassisted, to make it 3-1 and brings him within closer. And you think, okay, maybe they have a chance. No. Hedl was down. The trainer was out after a huge hit by Lafferty. It was debating whether or not it was a clean hit. I personally thought might have been a little late, but it was a clean hit otherwise. It wasn't too late. He just left the puck, and then he kind of hit him. And he went to the dressing room and would not return for the game. It was a bloody period, the second period. Jack Johnson misses. The Hawks were pressuring and had full control this period. And then at 9:32, it goes the other way, and it's a New York Rangers slap shot goal from Jacob Trouba, 2nd of the season from Zibanejad and Panarin, to make it 4-1. Tenorti then takes a slap shot to the face, and specifically in the mouth, and there was blood all over the place. They had to stop the game and clean it up. Went right to the locker room, and I can't recall if he came back out. And there was his first game without his special mask as well, which makes it even worse. The guys couldn't stop yapping at each other. Lafferty runs over Shesterkin, and there was no penalty. I couldn't believe that. Taze was stopped. Murphy had a huge hit. Caleb Jones was denied. And Kakko was then robbed. And then Kurashev was robbed. Athanasiou goes around everyone, but it's saved. Miller has a breakaway that's stopped, and Vesey shoots wide. Domi was then robbed. Caleb Jones then had his face bloody as he would leave the game, and Radish was hurt along the boards. Lafreniere had a narrow miss. Lafferty and Harper had a good scrum. Kara had a good hit. I'm telling you, there was a lot to write in the second period. And then Brodzinski, he would be hurt on a shot. Brodzinski and Radish would stay in the game. I believe Caleb Jones did as well. I think Tenorti came back. I can't recall. But, yeah. But then with 23.4 seconds left in the Chicago penalty, it's a Chicago penalty to Domi for slashing. And I don't think it should be a penalty. When you knock the stick out of someone's hands, that's just not gripping it good enough. I'm sorry, that shouldn't be a penalty. If you break the stick, sure. If you actually hit him on the hands, absolutely. But just knocking the stick out of their hands should not be a penalty. Like, come on, grip your stick harder. It's not that hard. And then 7 seconds later, or 8 seconds later exactly, at 15.4 seconds, it's a New York Ranger deflection, post and in power play goal from Vinny Trocheck, 11th of the year from Fox and Lafreniere. So Lafreniere already with 3 assists, and that makes it 5-1 in favor of the Rangers. We go to the third, where Trocheck has wide, Kreider goes wide, Schneider hits the post, and then at 11:04, it's a New York Ranger breakaway goal from Vitaly Kravtsov, second of the season, fourth of his career, from Panarin and Lindgren to make it 6-1. So you had a bunch of players on the Rangers making things happen tonight. You had Panarin, you had Fox, and you had Lafreniere. Those would be my 3 stars of the game. Then we go, Caleb Jones goes flying into the net, takes Soderblom with him. They would both be fine. Panarin has a breakaway that's saved, and then Bronx cheer in Chicago after Panarin makes after that breakaway save. Kane was denied, and at 6:23, Schneider ends it as it's a New York deflection goal. It went off a Hawks defenseman from Braden Schneider from his 5th of the year from Kakko to make it 7-1. And that concludes a good whipping of the Hawks, and I'm personally fine with it. I am loving this right now because the Hawks have the best chances for Bedard, and that is the end goal. That is the whole point of this season right now, to get the next big guy, the biggest guy since McDavid easily. But that's really all I have for you guys in this one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and hope you don't mind the just barren wall setting behind me in my basement. But thank you guys so much for watching. I shall see you guys in the next one. See you next time. Goodbye.